Even more mortgage rules are likely coming. Hi, I'm Jessi Johnson, best-selling author, Metro Vancouver Realtor with eXp and mortgage broker since 2006. In this video podcast, I plan to cover the newest proposed mortgage rules. Thank you again for joining. This weekly podcast is created to keep you informed about the Greater Vancouver real estate market trends and strategies to help your success. To keep this content flowing, please hit the like button and subscribe to this channel. Yes, you heard that correctly. They're actually trying to bring in more mortgage rules. To be clear, this is just proposed, but is very likely happening. OSFI, aka the Office of Superintendent of Financial Institutions, announced the proposals to help mitigate Canada's residential mortgage market. Unprecedented house price increases have been accompanied by record levels of household debt. Number one, loan to income, LTI, and debt to income, DTI restrictions. Number two, debt service coverage restrictions. And number three, an interest rate affordability stress test. This is for non-high ratio mortgages. The loan to income, LTI, and debt to income, DTI restrictions would involve measures that restrict mortgage debt and total debt as a percentage of borrower's income. Now, not to be confused with the loan to value, or LTV, which is the mortgage loan percentage against the value of the property. OSFI notes an LTI of 450% is typically considered high and has been on the rise since the start of the pandemic. Looking at the graph, it is on the decline, so I'm not too sure why they're so concerned. Average incomes are not remotely keeping up with home prices. What did they expect would happen? How about work on fixing the housing crisis first? OSFI is therefore proposing a lender-level limit which would restrict mortgage providers to a certain volume of loans that exceed their prudent threshold. To talk about debt service coverage restrictions, this would involve measures that restrict the ongoing debt service obligations as a percentage of the borrower's income. For example, principal, interest, and other related expenses. Lenders must currently employ gross debt service, GDS, and total debt service, TDS, limits on insured mortgages, which are currently 39% and 44% respectively. Insured mortgages are generally those with down payments of less than 20%. It is still possible to have an insured mortgage with greater than 20% down, but is not common. At present, GDS and TDS restrictions are not enforced by OSFI. OSFI also said it could restrict lenders to a certain volume of loans with high debt service ratios. So they're gonna be cutting off the supply of mortgages? Really? The third, interest rate affordability stress tests. OSFI head Peter Routledge, if I said that correctly, told the Globe and Mail that borrowers are currently in good shape and that these proposed changes are about ensuring it stays that way. The general question is, do we really need this? 99.8% of Canadians are current on their mortgages. We are at an all-time high of low mortgage arrears. You want to hear my opinion? Stop making it harder to get a mortgage, which is used to buy a growing asset. Instead, go after unsecured credit providers. Banks, credit unions, etc. are handing out credit cards like candy. I bet I could easily get $100,000 easily today if I wanted in credit cards. Now, of course, that would come at the current rates, which are 20 to 23%. The monthly payment on that alone would be around $2,000. None of these proposed changes will be finalized until after OSFI's consultation period, which is now open until April 14th, 2023. This will further negatively impact those trying to buy a home. Want to hear some good news? At the time of this recording, the bond yield has dropped to its lowest point in 6 months, showing further indication that fixed rates will start to decline or continue to decline further. This will cause a boost in real estate sales. Are you still sitting on the fence? Your butt will get sore if you sit too long. What do you think about all this? I would love to hear your opinion. Also, if you're interested in becoming a realtor and joining our team at eXp, we have one heck of a program for new and experienced agents. That's all for this episode. Please don't forget to pick up a copy of my best-selling book on Amazon, Rockstar Real Estate Investing, if you haven't yet. I'm here for your questions anytime. Thanks again for watching. See you again soon. Bye-bye.